Picture this. One late-night DM, meant as a joke, ends up printed and handed to a judge. Imagine the judge reading it aloud in court. That's how small things online can suddenly become very big. Welcome to Danny's Den, your weekly mix of law, love, sports, and pop culture. Let's chat about keeping your kids safe and your parenting time protected while still living your life. In the next 10 minutes, I'll walk you through the courtroom realities, a hands-on digital footprint playbook with things you can do today, how to bring new partners into your co-parenting life without drama, ways to protect game night traditions, and a quick music safe tip so your playlists don't get misread. Let's start with what actually matters to a family court. Judges aren't policing your dating life for moral points. Their question is simple. Does this behavior affect the child's safety, stability, or routine? So a flirty DM alone isn't the headline. What judges want to know is whether that DM shows unsafe choices, neglect, or behavior that disrupts the child's well-being. But here's the hard part. Context can be reconstructed from tiny digital crumbs. Photos, timestamps, location tags, direct messages. These things can be printed, subpoenaed, or captured by screenshots. Private doesn't always stay private. So the best working rule is assume anything you send or post could be seen by people outside your circle. I once had a client who posted a blurry photo from a bachelor-style party. No kids in the shot, but a single glass in the background was clipped and presented as evidence of reckless behavior. It was embarrassing and entirely avoidable. Okay, practical mode on. First, audit your online presence, like you're building evidence for yourself. Ask, what could be misread? What images or captions could be taken out of context? Go quietly. Don't announce the cleanup. Imagine a noisy game night photo where the kids are in the background and adults are holding cups. That single frame can be clipped and presented as neglect if someone wants to frame it that way. So remove or archive images that show risky moments, especially those with kids nearby and adults who appear impaired. When you archive, do it with a plan. Create a secure folder on your device or an encrypted cloud folder named something like Parenting Evidence 2026. Save screenshots and files with clear names. For example, 2026-0708 DM example1.png. or 2026-0708 school event photo1.jpg. That naming makes it easy to find and shows you've been organized. Next, tighten privacy, but don't rely on it. Lock accounts, remove location tags, and turn off background location sharing. Those steps help, but privacy settings change. Accounts get compromised, and screenshots don't care about your settings. Also, avoid public blow-ups. No long rants about the other parent, no posting in the heat of an argument, and no dramatic party photos right before an exchange. If you feel heated, step away from the phone. The internet loves a hot take. A judge does not. Preserve the good stuff too. Judges respond to patterns. Keep screenshots or calendar snaps that show consistent pickups, school involvement, doctor's appointments, and cooperative texts. Store them the same way, dated, labeled, and backed up securely. Those records can neutralize misleading single-image narratives. A quick habit to adopt: when something concerning appears online, either from the other parent or about you, take a screenshot with the timestamp visible and save it into your evidence folder. File name example 2026-0708, claim from other parent 1.png. If you ever talk to counsel, that structure helps them move fast. Now, new partners. These conversations can feel awkward, but they're important. Before you introduce someone to your kids, have a private talk with your partner about boundaries. No public posts with the kids without permission, no location check-ins while the kids are present, and sensitivity about captions. Here's a short script you can use with a new partner. I want you to meet my kids when the time is right. For now, please don't post photos of them or tag their location. It's about their privacy and keeping things simple. Straightforward, respectful, and focused on the kids. If possible, coordinate introductions with the other parent. Even a calm message like, "I'm planning a brief public meet and greet on Saturday at 3. I wanted to give you a heads up," goes a long way. If co-parenting is tense, document the plan in a short message, dates, times, locations, so you can show you considered the child's stability. Sports rituals, yes, keep them. If Sunday game night with the Eagles or Yankees is your steady thing, preserve the routine. Courts favor continuity. If you need to shift a schedule because of dating, communicate early and propose alternatives. For example, "I need to switch this Sunday. Can we do pickup at 5 instead of 3? I can make the next 2 exchanges on time." That shows you're prioritizing the child, not just your plans. A tiny example. Don't post a late-night party photo the morning of a custody exchange and then expect no questions. Instead, send a quick message if your evening affected your timing. Transparency beats defensiveness every time. Music and playlists. Sounds small, but it matters. Public playlists with edgy titles or provocative lyrics clipped into a social post can be sensationalized. Keep personal playlists private until you know they won't be misunderstood. Safe example. Name a playlist Sunday Chill, R&B, and Soul. Avoid titles like Late Night Shenanigans or Wild Nights. Share music privately with friends or a partner, not on a public feed. All right, before I give you the quick checklist, 2 rapid-fire do's and don'ts. Do keep documentation of on-time exchanges. Don't post angry diatribes about the other parent. Do archive responsibly. Don't assume deleted means gone. 6 concrete things to start today. Audit and quietly archive questionable posts. Tighten privacy and remove location tags. Save positive parenting evidence in a dated, encrypted folder. Stop public rants and step away from the phone when upset. Set clear social media rules with new partners. Keep traditions consistent and document any changes. Implement these slowly but deliberately. Consistency matters more than perfection. One final important note. This episode is practical guidance, not a substitute for legal advice. Family law is fact-specific. If you're worried a past post is already being used against you, reach out to an attorney for tailored help. If you'd like me to take a look, you can request a free 30-minute consultation through the contact form on my website. I'll include resources with this episode. And if this felt useful, please subscribe so you don't miss future episodes about law, love, parenting, sports, and music. Thanks for listening to Danny's Den. If you have a specific legal issue you'd like help with, use the contact form on my website to request a free 30-minute consult. Drop a comment or review with topics you want me to cover. Let's chat.